Sometimes unique customs can seem rude to visitors unfamiliar with local traditions. These are the top 10 rudest countries shaped by their cultural contexts and societal norms. 10. China. In China, the vast urban populations necessitate a brisk pace of life that often manifests as pushing in crowded spaces and speaking loudly. These behaviors are practical adaptations to living in densely populated areas and are not meant to be disrespectful. For many visitors, recognizing that these actions are driven by environmental necessity rather than rudeness can help mitigate cultural shock and foster a deeper appreciation of the challenges locals face daily. Number 9. France. France, and particularly its capital Paris, sometimes carries a reputation for being unfriendly, especially within the service sector. French culture highly values privacy and formality, which can make the locals appear reserved or distant to outsiders. Tourists often feel snubbed due to a misunderstanding of the local social codes, such as the importance of greeting shopkeepers with bonjour or bonsoir before initiating any request. Understanding and respecting these formalities can greatly improve interactions. 8. Russia. Russia is often characterized by a directness in communication and a lack of public smiling, which can be misinterpreted as unfriendliness. In Russian culture, smiling is a gesture reserved for friends and not typically bestowed upon strangers. This can lead to perceptions of coldness. However, Russian warmth and hospitality are readily apparent once a personal connection is formed, highlighting a depth of friendliness that belies first impressions. Number 7. United Kingdom. In the United Kingdom, the culture of reserved politeness and subtle communication may seem standoffish to visitors. Britons often value privacy highly, typically avoiding open conversations with strangers, which can be interpreted as aloofness by those from more extroverted societies. This demeanor is not an indication of rudeness, but rather a manifestation of the cultural emphasis on personal boundaries and understatement. 6. Germany. Germany's reputation for rudeness often stems from its cultural emphasis on directness and efficiency. Germans typically prioritize clear, straightforward communication over small talk, and interactions in public and business contexts can seem blunt. This approach is rooted in a value system that appreciates honesty and efficiency, and understanding this can help visitors navigate social interactions more effectively without taking offense. Number 5. South Korea. South Korea's social etiquette is deeply influenced by hierarchical structures where age and status shape interactions. This system can seem exclusionary or rude to outsiders, especially Westerners who are not accustomed to its nuances. For instance, the deference expected from younger people towards their elders is a sign of respect and an integral part of Korean culture. Additionally, the fast-paced lifestyles of cities like Seoul may come off as impersonal or brisk, but it is more a reflection of the urban environment than of individual dispositions. Number 4. India. India's incredible diversity and density create a public atmosphere where personal space is often compromised, and behaviors like ignoring cues or constant honking are common. These practices are not considered rude, but are rather adaptations to navigating life in extremely crowded urban spaces. Understanding these dynamics can help visitors adjust their expectations and embrace the vibrant, albeit chaotic energy of Indian cities. Number 3. Israel. Israelis are known for their frank and direct manner of speaking, which can sometimes be perceived as rude by those from cultures that practice more circumspect forms of communication. This directness is highly valued in Israeli culture and is associated with honesty and straightforwardness. Such interactions are not meant to offend, but to convey thoughts and opinions clearly and efficiently, reflecting a cultural emphasis on genuine dialogue over pleasantries. Number 2. United States. The United States' diverse cultural landscape means that social norms can vary widely from one region to another. American informality, directness, and tendency to speak loudly in public can be shocking to visitors from more reserved cultures. These traits are often mistaken for rudeness, but generally stem from a cultural preference for open and straightforward communication. Understanding these regional differences can help international visitors navigate American social interactions more smoothly. Subscribe and like the video, and let's get to number 1. Number 1. Italy. In Italy, especially in tourist-heavy cities like Rome and Venice, the locals may appear brusque, especially in bustling service environments. Italian culture is characterized by a high degree of expressiveness and direct communication, which includes a louder speaking volume and animated gestures. This style of interaction, often mistaken for rudeness, is actually a sign of the Italian zest for life and should be seen as part of the vibrant local color rather than discourtesy. Comment which rudest country you like the most, and unleash your wanderlust by watching our latest video. Cheers!